আসসালামু আলাইকুম। ICTER গুরু অনলাইন ট্রেনিং ফোরামে আপনাকে স্বাগতম। আজকে আমাদের কি 18 ক্লাস হবে। তো ইনশাআল্লাহ আজকে আমরা অ্যাসাইনমেন্ট 1004 নিয়ে আলোচনা করব আর সেলেনিয়ামে ওয়েব ড্রাইভারে ইউজ করে কিভাবে আমরা অথবা ম্যানুয়ালি কিভাবে আমরা এক্সপার্ট নির্ণয় করব। Expert is an important task. Expert determination. So we will talk about how to understand and how to write expert and how to uh, um, trace web element using expert. Okay, so let us start. So, আগে হচ্ছে assignment 1004 তাই না? So web automation 1004 CD web automation 1004 DIR plus okay, Bahar bhai 1004 নিয়ে আমরা আলোচনা করি। Assignment 1004. How many of you have started assignment 1004? Anyone has started assignment 1004? So Bahar bhai, yeah, please mute your microphone. Okay, when the ICTER GitHub account, so if you search for web automation 1004, then I think it's empty. Okay, it's empty. But maybe I have not pushed it, so but I have maybe put or it's still pulling up. Maybe I have some code written on my local machine for web.
ডক্টর মুক্তার
Yes.
ওই 1004 হলো লিংকের জিমেইল লিংকের আপনি আপনি দেখাইছিলেন কিন্তু সবাইকে আমি জানি না সবাই করছে কিনা বা আপনি করতে চান কিনা আরো দ্যাটস ফাইন উইথ মি কিন্তু একবার বোধহয় এটা
Okay, so maybe I just started. So we have to do in assignment 1004. I want to make some update in our automation framework, as well as we want to talk about web element detection and web element click and then web element operation. Like especially tonight, I will discuss on expert. Okay, so my computer is slow today. Okay, so here I luckily got some program course open. Do you see my screen, brother Akif?
Yes.
Okay, so we have some maybe some course over here written by expert or second element by ID. So as I talked to you earlier in an earlier session, so finding web elements by ID is the most easiest and convenient way, but there is a limitation that you may not find an ID. The ID may not be available. So if you find ID, then you're good to go to use ID. But what happens when an ID is not available? Then you have to go through expert, you have to go through link test, you have to go through class or CSS something. For here, like on this code, you see that we have ID. We have used ID here. ID is used easy. Just so by.id. So for instance, by.id, and within the parentheses of ID, this ID is a method. Okay. So within this method, that within parentheses, you will provide the ID name of the element you want to click. But what happens if this ID is not available? As I told you that for any web page, the ID is unique. So there will be no ID that of two elements that are same. Okay. So this is good. If we find an ID, then it will be fine. Good. But what will happen if we do not find an ID? Then we can go to CSS locator, we can go to expert. So we will learn tonight how to, like for instance, on this line of code. Okay. So unless you understand this line, how to write this line of code, so it will be maybe difficult for you. But once you understand what is an expert or how to determine an expert, then it will be easy for you to understand this. And then, so let us try. Okay. So let me go to assignment 1004. Assignment 1004. I see there is an error. Okay. Page demo. Okay, I have an error here, but maybe I don't have an error on Google text link. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So let us start from here. So just for now, forget about the error on spicedemo.java file. So let us talk about this. Everybody can hear me?
Yes.
Yes, please raise your voice. Otherwise, how can I know that you are listening me?
Yes.
Who else is listening me? Can you please tell your name?
Yes, I'm listening. Smile.
Okay, Ismail, and then who else?
Faisal.
Faisal, and then who else? Musharraf. Who else?
Kamal.
Kamal. How are you, Kamal? Okay, who else?
Nozrul.
Nozul, Boston. Who else? Sorry. No one? Okay, I'm looking for Nozrul Bhai, Delwar Nozrul Bhai. He needs to be serious. Okay, no problem. So as I'm telling, let us go from the beginning. Okay. So for this assignment, okay, so you understand this line, right? From the beginning, this line, you understand this line? Everybody understand this line?
Yes.
Okay, so public class equal footer link. This is the class name, and for every class there must have one and only one public class. So by which name the Java file is, like if the .java file is created, and your class file will be selected. So someone has the microphone open. Please mute your microphone. Yes, thank you. So here, so in every Java program, there is a class file that is called public class file, and there must have only one public class in one file per file, and the file is saved as the name of the public class. Like for instance, here we have public class Google footer links. So this file will be saved as Google footer link.java. So it must be private. You cannot delete private. So if you want to delete private, then it will show you an error. Later it cannot go ahead. Quickly it will show you an error. So it is building workspace. So as soon as it rebuilds workspace, then it will show an error. So let me. Let us wait for a few seconds to see. I don't know why it is not showing an error, but later it will show an error. So you know that. So in a file, you may have multiple classes, a number of classes, but there must be one class that is public. And then the file will be saved by the name of the public class, ended with .java extension name. Okay. So this line, for instance, this line, we know that we have a scope. Okay, we can make this line better, right? Can anybody tell me how can we make this line better? By Mokta, M-O-K-T-E, then in the, like for instance, I have, let me show you. I have C:user. That means if I go to my computer and open C drive, this is my computer, and then if I open C drive, you see inside C drive there is another folder named utilities. So let us see if I have utilities. Okay, no, so see there is a Moxar user, C and users. In C there is a folder named users. I have users. So inside users I have MOKTE. So I have MOKTE. So inside MOKTE I have utilities, right? So let us see if I have utilities. I do have utilities. If I do have utilities, I have utilities, right? So inside utilities I have drivers. So let us see if I do have drivers. I have drivers. Okay. Then inside drivers I have chromedriver.exe. So if you download this program code exactly as this on your computer, and if you try to run it, it will not run. To understand what is the reason why it will not run? Rakib bhai, can you please tell us why it may not run?
It's in the local computer.
Yes, because of this. Maybe your computer will have a different username than me. Maybe your computer may have same username like me, but it is very usual that your computer will have a different username, right? Maybe your computer may have a username like me. Okay.
But it should be different because every username is different here.
Yes. So we need to come with a common way so that we can avoid this issue. So there is another way that we will put here just a single dot. Just a dot. Okay, this dot means the program, this program directory, where is this program is. Like if I do right click over here on this on the left panel of my project Eclipse, and then if we click on the show in or Walter Shift W, then if we click on System Explorer, okay, so then I have found the location of where this project is located. Okay, this project is located on my user master workspace, and then inside this, if you double click over here, okay, and if I create a folder named drivers, okay, or if I just copy this folder drivers, go up and then copy these drivers, copy, and then if I paste over here, okay, now what will happen? This dot means the entire place. This dot will detect the entire place wherever you save your project, no matter in which computer or which directory. Okay, this dot will automatically detect the entire location of the project. Okay, so this is easier, right?
Right.
Okay, then inside dot you may put all of your drivers within this root directory, or you can create another folder, any name you can give. That I am giving them drivers, and you see I have multiple drivers over here. But for now we are using only Chrome driver. So if you don't like, you don't need to keep these drivers. Like it has Gecko drivers, it is ID driver server. So let us delete this. Actually, we do not need this. So we only need Chrome driver, but maybe we will need Gecko driver if we want to use Firefox. Okay, if we want to use Firefox, then we will talk about later. Okay, so then we need Chrome driver. So this is the location. This is the location of Chrome driver. You see, this is the location. I'm saving this as a Chrome driver. Okay. Chrome driver. So what I have here, this is the location of my driver, right? Okay, so then I can copy this entire thing, okay, and I can put like this way. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Remember, either you have to give double backslash or one forward slash. I can give this way. Okay, so this is the thing, like C colon, like whatever, how it is coming with double slash. So when I am selecting this driver location from here, the entire thing, which you see, whenever it has only one backslash, right? It has only one backslash, but when I will copy this, just select and copy, and when I paste this, double backslash will come automatically. Actually, in Java, in order to use or print a single backslash, we have to give double backslash. It is stated in one of the chapters, maybe chapter 3 or chapter 4, maybe chapter 4. Okay. So then we will, let's say program will run. Or instead of giving double backslash, you can give one forward slash. That's one forward slash. So whatever is convenient for you, you can give. If you give backslash, then you have to give two backslashes. Okay. And if you want to give forward slash, that one forward slash is fine. So then this program is supposed to run. This is okay. Then it will detect my driver location. Okay, the driver location is here. Driver location is C. Then inside C, I have users. Then I have master. Then I have workspace, I have workspace, then I have web project 1004, I have web project 1004, then I have drivers, then inside driver I have Chrome driver.exe. You must use exe. If you use a MacBook, then for Mac there is another driver. There will be another driver you have to install, download Mac driver, Chrome driver for Mac. Then you don't need to use exe. For Mac or iOS. So Mac computers run under iOS. Okay. The one thing remember that we frequently use, we will say Mac, we will say iOS, we will say Windows, and then we will say Dell, HP, something blah blah, Microsoft, right? So when we say Windows is an operating system. But similarly, iOS is an operating system, and Mac is a computer company name. Okay, like Dell is a company, hardware company. My IBM is a hardware company. Like HP is a hardware company. ACR is a hardware company. I can tell you that I have a Dell computer that runs on Windows environment or Windows operating system. Or I can tell you I have a MacBook, okay, that runs on iOS. That iOS is written like this: iOS. I is in lowercase, O is O and S are in uppercase. Okay, so then it is supposed to, if you use Mac, then in Mac on iOS environment, then I don't need to give .exe. So let us run this. So before I go in depth, let us run this program, right? We will run. How we will run? We have main here, right? So we have main here, so we will be able to run it as a Java. I'm sorry, it's going too fast that I could not explain. So, but let me explain what is happening. So, on this line 15, so we have set up properties, system properties. Okay, so the WebDriver.Chrome.driver, then I have driver over here. So then it will create a WebDriver setup. That's will setup. Then on this line, WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. So yeah, last week there was a question arise. So why we use WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver? Why we do not use WebDriver over here? Like for instance, we saw that we created a new student. Like if I have a student class, student std equal to new student. Okay, we don't have a student class over here, so this is why it is showing an error. But this is an exact right command. So it says student std is an object of student class, and its type will be student type. Okay, if I would have a student class, then it would not show this error message. Okay, but for now, for here, we are using WebDriver driver equal to new Chrome driver. What is the reason? So let us click on WebDriver and let us see its declaration or implementation. Okay, so let us hold the control button, and when you hold the control button from keyboard and click over here, so then we can see open declaration or open declaration. Okay, so you see that it says public interface. So what is an interface? Interface is not a class. Okay, so an interface is like a class but not a class. That like an interface, we know that a class is a what is called a type, right? The class is a type. So everybody, please, make this class cooperative. Don't be silent, please. If you don't understand, then please tell us. And if you understand, please also tell that you understand it. Rakib bhai?
Okay, so far I know I understand that that's not a class, that's an interface.
Yes.
Class is a what I call is a blueprint of object.
Yes.
You need object from the class.
Yes.
So here we are not creating a object. No, we are not creating.
We are creating an object. Okay.
With the help of interface.
Yes, yes, I will tell you in this session. I'm going to tell you what is an interface and why it is used. Okay, I'm going to tell you, but let me finish this part. Okay, the number line 15. Let me go back and finish number line 15. So now it is okay, right? But for instance, that we are talking about the location of this file. So if I do not give .exe, it will not run. See, you can try. I don't like to spend my time. I know it will not run. Okay, so you must give .exe for Windows environment. And the good thing is that for the entire thing for the until up to this point. So up to this point, see. So you understand, right? Where we are seeing here backslash over here, but we are giving forward slash over here. You understand the reason, right?
That's for the Java.
Yes. Yeah, that is the reason for Java. If you give forward slash, then you have to give one forward slash. And if you want to give backward slash, then you have to give two backward slashes. One backward slash will not work. Okay, it will show an error in Java. In Java, in order to use a backslash, you have to use two backslashes. You have to give two backslashes. Okay. Okay. Then there is a very convenient shortcut way to detect the entire project directory. Okay. This entire project directory has a shortcut, very convenient shortcut. That shortcut is dot. Did you expect a shorter than this? There is no, to me, there is no shorter way. Okay, this is the shortest way. Okay, the shortest definition. So the entire thing, this dot will detect the entire project location. Okay, so this is convenient, right?
Sure. Short key hobe.
Okay. Yeah, there is no shortcut than this dot. Okay. Then inside this dot will detect the entire project location. Then inside my project location, I can create this driver as Brother Rakib or Mokhtar or Lutfar, no matter whatever I give, but I should give a meaningful name. I mean, I'm giving drivers in plural, that's not a problem. I could give driver in singular. Then if I get driver in singular, then I will put driver in singular over here. But later we will use multiple drivers, different type of drivers. So this is why we were giving the name initially drivers. Then if you have the entire project in any computer, then there is no problem that it will automatically detect your drivers. Now if you get this project, and if you run this project from your computer, it will be good. But previously, when I was using, instead of dot, while I was using C:, this handwritten or hard-coded, it's called hard-coded location, then it would make a problem for us, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we will never, from now, we know that we know that there is a convenient shortcut way, just a dot. So not from. So now we understand this line.
Yeah.
Clear? So from later, okay. Next one word, we will copy this line and we will use this line. Okay. I'm not going to explain this unless you ask me why I'm writing drivers over this line. Okay. Then let us talk about this line number 19. Okay. So we are talking these initial few lines again and again because these lines will be used everywhere for all programs. So once you understand this line, you will be good to go. So these two lines will be common, very common. Okay. So here we says driver equal to new Chrome driver. Okay. So we cannot do like this way. We cannot do WebDriver, for instance, give a different name. WebDriver driver 1 equal to new WebDriver. We cannot do it. So it is showing an error, right? Brother Shahidul, Rafi bhai.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you understand that it is showing an error? Because it says that cannot initiate the type WebDriver. Because WebDriver is an interface. An interface is not a type. A class is a type, right?
Right.
Yes, an interface is not a type. An interface is something that ensures that your program or your class who you will use this interface will have some certain properties, certain methods. For instance, here let us see WebDriver again. That we want to understand. So this WebDriver class, this is an interface. It says it has some methods. You see, void get, string get current URL, get string. So this method has only the header line, the signature line. Okay. So it does not
abstract method.
Yes, it does not. Yes, this does not say this implementation. So we know that when you write a method, that is implemented within double quotation, right? For instance, we could add a method, like for instance, like this method. That method is implemented. That method is implemented with
body.
Every method is implemented within double second bracket, right?
As a body.
Yes, body. But interface contains only the method name, not its body. Okay. But what is the reason of using interface? Which ensures that whoever will this interface must implement its methods by its own way, by its own way. So whoever will be using this WebDriver, it says that okay, this get method will be implemented by that class, okay, in that class way, however they need. For instance, let us give a real life example of using an interface. Where is an interface is used? So actually an interface is used if you want to ensure that your object will have some certain property. Some specific property must have that property. For instance, we say we have a multimedia car. Okay. We say that we have a multimedia car, right? Sometimes we say multimedia vehicle, multimedia car. A multimedia car is we know that is a car or a vehicle that has multimedia device. Like it has a touchpad, or maybe it has CD player, or it has a DVD player, right?
Okay.
Or it has an iPad or tablet type. We know that on the dashboard, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the dashboard, so all multimedia cards have a space like maybe 1 square, like 1 feet length, and maybe 1 foot long, and maybe 12 to 14 inches long, and 4 to 6 inches height, right? There is a space, right, for all. So if it's a dashboard of a vehicle, and we see that all multimedia vehicles have a multimedia position. That is CD drive. It may have a radio, or maybe one positive is the multimedia means CD drive. You've got a CD drive or DVD drive or an iPad or a tablet space, right? We know that, right?
Right.
Okay. So if a car or if a vehicle has this multimedia box, then we say that it is a multimedia vehicle, right?
Okay.
Okay. So in order to call now, okay. So if a multimedia vehicle may have different type of devices here. Right? A Honda car may have a iPad, or another a Toyota car may have a computer iPad or iPod, or another low price car may have a CD drive, or another medium type car may have a DVD drive, or another medium type, or for instance a Honda, Toyota, like CDX. What is the other cars? Like Acura, right? So another car may have a radio or something. Okay, but in order to be a multimedia vehicle, so this says that it has an interface. Implement with an interface. This interface says that if you want to tell this, if you want to tell it as a multimedia vehicle, then it must have a multimedia port. Whatever, how this, no matter how you make up this gap, or at least you need to keep a gap like 10 inches by 4 inches, and within gap it is up to the company, okay, how this gap will be filled up. The company can give put an iPod over here that is maybe costly, or another company can make a low cost tablet over here, or another company can put a CD drive over here. No matter. It doesn't matter that how it does not, but the Vehicle Association does not fix this, but Vehicle Association ensure that if you want to tell your vehicle is a multimedia vehicle, you must have to keep a space over here in this specific size, and then that how you will implement it is up to the company name. Honda vehicles may have implemented in a way, Toyota will implement this in a way. That depends on the company. But if you want to tell it as a multimedia vehicle, you must have it, or at least you have an empty space over here. If you want to put any device over here, you have to put an empty space over here. Right?
Okay.
So this is the concept how interface is implemented and used. Because using interface ensures that you will have at least a gap like 10 inches by 4 inches gap over here, so that when the multimedia card, the actual vehicle will be implemented, then up to the vehicle like company's decision, and up to it depends on the price how this gap will be filled up. Whether it is an iPad or notepad or blank or tablet or a CD drive or DVD drive, no matter, right? This is a why interface concept is used. So now let me go back. Now let us see. Let us click on the Chrome driver. So if we hold on Control button and click on Chrome driver, let us open its decoration. Coming up Chrome driver, right? Let me try it one more time. First time it takes Chrome driver. So you see Chrome driver class. Chrome driver is a class, right?
Yes.
You see, Chrome driver is a class, and this class. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so public interface web driver. Web driver is extended by search content, right? This is the name search content context. Search context, right? Okay, so let us see how search context is implemented. You can go either open implement or open declaration. But the first time you have to press Control, okay, or you select over here and press F3 from your keyboard. If you press F3, but first time it will take some time. Okay, so this we say that this search context is also another interface, right?
Yes.
It's okay. It's also another interface. Okay, so then it has also some extra methods. So interface, in an interface there will have some methods, but without any body, without any implementation. Okay, so then we'll see that. Now let's go back to. So just remember the search context. Okay, so now we will go to Chrome driver. Okay. So okay, let me search context. And then search context is an interface. Then again, it will ensure that if you want to use search context, then you have to implement this method and this method as well. But no matter how you will implement, this is a web driver by find element. So find element. Now we will see that we will come to point. Okay, so if we go here in Chrome driver. So if you open its implementation, first time also, this is the first Chrome driver is a class, right? This is a class, right? You see?
Right.
Okay, and it has extended what?
That's a super class?
Yes, this is super class, and it has also implemented location context. Okay. And web storage, right? Okay, maybe some of these, let us go to the house. Let us see where this is used. It has implemented. I'm trying to find out search context. This is location context. Maybe location context. Let us see. Location context. Also, location context is also another interface. I'm looking for a class which has implemented web storage. This is also an interface. Okay. Another thing we found here that okay, go ahead. A class can extend only one other class, but it can implement multiple interfaces. So for class we will use extend. For interface we will use implement. Remember that for a class only can extend. A class may have only one parent class. Like for instance, it is a way that a person or a child must have only one set of parents, right? Biological parents. A child will have only a single mother and a single father, right? A child cannot have two fathers, but two biological fathers, right?
Okay.
Yeah, but a child can have multiple uncles. So interface are uncles, right?
Okay.
Okay, but parents, actually father or mother, father and mother act as what is called class. Okay, so let us see remote WebDriver. Most probably we will have remote WebDriver implementation.
No.
First time it will take time, other will come up, okay? First time it will take some time to show up. So remote WebDriver. Okay, we got it. Remote WebDriver is a class, right? You see?
Okay.
Like it, bhai?
Yes.
Yes, remote WebDriver is a class and it has implemented WebDriver,
Okay.
right?
Right.
Okay, so now let us see, we got WebDriver is implemented here. So now let us see where we got WebDriver. We have WebDriver over here. Let us see WebDriver has which method. It is get method, right?
Mm-hmm.
That means somewhere is get method will be implemented, and we found that it is implemented in remote WebDriver. Let us search for get method. Searching for getting a method is easy. You put the name of the method and you will put only the initial. Then you will see the get method, public void get. This is the implementation of the actual implementation. This get method is the actual implementation of this get method. So this get has only signature line, or the only header line. This we call this header line or signature line, right? It is only signature. But this implementation, it is implemented where in remote WebDriver class. Okay, because why it is implemented? Because this remote WebDriver class, let us remember the line number 315. Okay, when we come back to line number 315, when we come back, we will see that 315 line number. Okay, so this is the class remote WebDriver. It has implemented WebDriver. So what other methods WebDriver has, it must be implemented over here. All the remote WebDriver has implemented a number of other interfaces. That means the remote WebDriver has a multiple uncles, right? It has a multiple uncles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right? It's a dozen of uncles, right? So remote driver has a dozen of uncles. So remote driver has to implement all of them, that means define all of the methods that are required for all of these interfaces. Okay. But now we are not here. We have not got here. So now my question is that we are using not even remote WebDriver, right? Here we are using Chrome driver, right? So since WebDrivers, all of the WebDrivers element is implemented in remote WebDriver, maybe we could write here remote WebDriver. Okay, still okay, one thing that, okay, we have to, it's showing an error because we have to import this. Let us import it. So after importing, still it will showing error because it is not fully implemented. I'm not going to in depth of this, okay? You will not understand, okay? So then, actually, whatever it has, so let us see the Chrome driver. Let us see Chrome driver class. The Chrome driver is another class that has extended remote driver, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now, as well as it has implemented location context and WebDriver. So Since Chrome driver has extended remote driver, now we can use Chrome driver in order to create an actual object of this type. For instance, if we say this is a multimedia card type, okay, and then we will say this one will create, like for instance, this one will create a Honda multimedia card or a Toyota multimedia card. So since WebDriver is an interface, so we cannot create an object of an interface. Interface is as a barrel. You understand by barrel? In Bangla we say bondha.
Bandha.
Yes. So they cannot birth baby, right?
Produce. You cannot.
Yeah, they cannot produce like any new generation, right? So interfaces, but they are used. They are useful because interfaces ensure having some specific attributes. You understand why you are using Chrome driver? So then also you can use, if you need, then you can use instead of Chrome driver, now you can use Firefox driver. But in order to implement Firefox drivers, you have to import Firefox drivers.
So I have a question here. Like,
yes.
Chrome driver is a constructor or a class?
Yes. Chrome driver is the constructor. Let us go back. Yeah. Yes, good question. Driver, we have two names. Okay, let us do this driver two. It will make an error because the error is reason is why it is showing an error. Because you cannot have two babies of same name in a family, same family, right? You cannot have two on a class or method with same name. You know, an object or variable or class. You cannot have, you must have a different name. Otherwise it will show an error. What is the error? Duplicate local variable driver. That means this driver variable is somewhere else. You must give it need to be different name. When this error is done, then still this is showing this error, right? How this error is showing? We have to import that. Okay?
Import, yeah.
So now it is showing a warning. It is showing a warning, right? WebDriver 2 is showing a warning, right? You see the warning message that very like quickly word underline.
Yeah.
Okay, so this underline, on the left it also shows a
Because the variable is not declared.
yes, this
Driver 2 is not
value
used.
of the local variable driver 2 is not used yet. So we
You
just
don't implement any
variable. We just declared the variable, but we have not used it, right?
Yeah, this could be.
Okay, that means it says this warning. It says that okay, you have bought something, but you have never used something. You never used that, right? For instance, if you buy something, it's very nice, but if you never use that, for instance, if you buy a book or for instance a computer, for instance, but if you have never used that, then definitely your wife will tell you why you have bought it. Right? You do not use it, but why I will keep it on my table? Why I will maintain it? Why I will clean it? Right? It's unnecessary, right? Waste of money, waste of time, right? So similarly, compiler is thinking that, okay, so you have declared a variable, okay, but remember that you have this variable, you should use it. Like for instance, if you want to use it, for instance, we want to use that, you can say driver. So driver 2 dot. When you created an object of a class, right? So we have driver class over here. Sorry. We have a driver object over here and driver 2 object over here, right? So remember that object or variable are started with lowercase number in general, but classes are started with uppercase letter. This is the convenient way to understand using their class or interface. On this lines, number 23 and number 24. Okay, Mosharraf.
Yes.
Yeah, can you please tell us which one is an interface and which one is a class?
Here, WebDriver is an interface, and the Chrome driver is a constructor under a class, public class like remote WebDriver something.
Yes, here is a constructor, but it is already Chrome driver is a class. So if you click go to its implementation, you see public Chrome driver. This is a constructor, right?
This is constructor.
Constructor yes. Constructor has same name of the class name, just without any return type. Okay, but
Right.
Constructor cannot have any return type. You are not void. Okay.
So the Chrome driver we use in the code line, this one is the constructor, right?
Here, yes. Number line 23 is a constructor. When you cannot create with only class. You cannot create an object by its class name. You have to use this constructor, okay?
Yes.
Even if you do not declare a constructor of a class, you must compiler assume that there is an empty constructor. Empty constructor is like this. For instance, it has this, but without this line. This is the empty constructor. It has a body, but body is empty.
Okay.
And then if we say that this line, driver 2 equal to new Firefox driver, right?
Yes.
So if we go to the implementation, the first time it will take a few seconds to pull up, okay? But for the second time, if we go it again, then you see Firefox driver this is an interface, right? Sorry, this is a constructor, right?
Yes.
This is a constructor, and definitely we have a class over here. This is the class name Firefox driver. This is the class name. The constructor. This is a constructor. Cannot have an return type. Okay. So now, if we use driver object, then which browser will be open, initiated? Chrome browser, right? Yeah?
Yes.
But if we use driver 2, then which browser will be initiated?
Firefox.
Firefox. So let us do, okay, so then Firefox, let us see. So now, as we have object of Firefox type driver object, then we can open Firefox driver, okay, and then get method. So in the get method, you see the method declaration, and it has also some description, and you see what it is implemented, and you see get. Inside parentheses, we have to give a string type hello of the URL, and its return type is void, and it is defined in the WebDriver. Is this WebDriver a class or an interface?
Interface.
Yes, initially we may be mistaken by telling that it is a class, but ultimately we know that. But initially, maybe in the first class I told you WebDriver is a class, right?
It's a class, but not any implemented
Yes,
method.
it's class, but it's a barren class,
Yeah.
not a complete class. Okay?
Not a complete class.
Yes, not a complete class. This class cannot create an object. So because WebDriver class cannot create an object, so it takes some other is dependent, okay, or is associate a Chrome driver or Thread driver class in order to create an object. So we took the associated Firefox driver. So then if we say so driver 2 dot get, this is the get method over here. Okay. Then inside parentheses we have to give a string type value. And if I give string type value, then we say http // then let us do Yahoo. We need to give www.yahoo.com, and let us see whether really it comes up. Okay, let us give a sleep over here.
ড্রাইভার 2 ইউজ করতে চাইলে আমাদের মানে দিতে হবে না গেকো ড্রাইভার?
Maybe we need to give gecko driver. There is another system. Let us see if we can. Maybe we
not me. I think we have to put that. Otherwise, it will not work.
Let us see. Let us see if it comes up. Maybe this is why I did a gecko driver over there. Okay, I deleted. You remember that?
Yeah, you did.
I deleted some drivers from here.
From the local machine.
Yeah. From the local machine, you just say I to delete. You say I have gecko driver.
Right now it will work, but yeah.
Let us see. Okay, so like I got it back. Let us see. It needs. Let us see if it opens or yeah or not. Okay. Let us see. Let's give us 12 seconds to wait.
This is often Chrome driver.
Let us see. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's opening Chrome driver, right?
Yeah, because we just select the path for Chrome driver, not for the Firefox.
Okay. Yeah, it will show me an error. Let us see the error. We will see the error message, okay? So the console, it will show me an error. The console is showing an error message, and within a second it will show me an error message. So how can I fix that? In the properties, we need to give gecko driver, right?
Yes.
What is the name? This is gecko driver, right? So let's just copy this name. Go to the start.
হ্যালো
Okay, yeah, I will go to a break. So be prepared in a few minutes. Then we will discuss. Then I will come back after my break. Then I will discuss about expert.
ওকে
After a few minutes, I will take a break. Okay. So keep it like that, right? Now most of it should work, right?
No, maybe the WebDriver.Chrome here another first part of the line, the system.set property, WebDriver.Chrome. Instead of Chrome, we should put the gecko driver.
Yeah, right?
Yes. Yeah.
What is that we need to write here?
Yes, we can.
Maybe gecko, right?
Yes.
For Firefox.
Firefox to gecko driver naki?
Yes. I'm not sure. For a long time, I never used gecko driver. Let us try. Let us try. What we can do is Google search. Okay. Easily we can do Google search to see how it can happen. Now, Oh, sorry.
driver.
Driver. No, still not. Okay. Okay, so I will see. I will do a Google search and then we'll see how to do it. Okay. But for now, let us go back and then let us. For now, let us keep. Okay. So now we have driver, right? We have Chrome driver here, right?
I've been driving with that for 3 weeks. Now it's gonna have a flat tire.
Who is this?
What happened? Is it gonna be fine? Are you gonna flat tire? Alright. I was having trouble. I've been driving for 3 weeks. Yeah, that's why. That's why what? I've been driving for 3 weeks.
Let me see.
Okay. Well, Caroline barely got anything done this afternoon to come home. So we're gonna talk about it after we
Basharaf, you're okay, right? Russell?
Yes.
Russell Marty? Salam bhai? I'm muting of the other people.
আসসালামু আলাইকুম আমার মনে হয় নজরুল ইসলাম বাইরে হয়ে থেকে নয়েজটা আসতেছে
Okay, I'm muting. Okay, yes. Okay, I'm muted him, okay? So now understand this part, right? Until this thing. Bashar bhai, Bahar bhai.
জি স্যার আছি আমি একটু অসুস্থ আসলে বুঝছেন এই জন্য আমি ভালো ফিল করতেছি না
আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে সালাম ভাই শাহিউল ভাই সালাম ভাই তো কথা বলতে চাচ্ছিলেন মিউট করেছিলেন আবার আমাকে আওয়াজ দিয়ে এই শুনতে পাচ্ছেন okay this here okay so when we have driver over here driver object then we will get all of the methods of which that these are the methods that are defined in the Chrome driver class or its associated classes. So then this is the method with all of the methods. This is the find element, for instance find element. Okay, find element. Let us see how find element is declared. Okay, find when you click on select find element and if you press F3 from the keyboard, then it will go to find web element. Find element is a web element type class, and it will show find element by what?
Expert.
Yes, find element by. We will see find element by different type. We can find an element by expert, by is so let me close down this. I don't need this. Okay, so it is these are storing my not this one. I don't need this one. I don't
Hello?
need this one.
হ্যালো
Yes.
আমি বলতেছি যে ফাইন্ড এলিমেন্ট বলতে এখানে একটাই আর বাই এর মধ্যে হয়তো এক্সপার্ট এগ্রি পাবে
Yes. I'm going to do that. I'm going to tell that. By, this is the by class. So if we go to the by class, it is implementation by ID, by linked test, by partial linked test, by name, right? By tag name, by expert, by class name, by CSS locator, right? Mother, you're right.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So then, when you use by, so this you need to use a by over here is coming automatically. You just go find element. So find element method, it needs an object of, if you select find, here, see here.
Find element is method or what?
Yes. Yes, how do you know it's a method? It has parentheses. It has a set of parentheses, it's a method. And it is started with a lowercase number, okay, and then it has a parenthesis. Whenever you say parenthesis, one set of parentheses, then it is a method. Okay, so
কে প্রশ্ন করছিল?
মোশাররফ।
মোশাররফ, যে এই ফাইন্ড এলিমেন্ট কার মেথড?
এটা ড্রাইভারের
ড্রাইভার কার অবজেক্ট?
ওয়েব ড্রাইভার।
হ্যাঁ, আলটিমেটলি ওয়েব ড্রাইভার। তাকে ইমপ্লিমেন্ট করছে কে? ফায়ারফক্স ড্রাইভার।
এটা তো হচ্ছে মূলত
Here is implemented in web element class. It is implemented in web element class.
এটা আনইমপ্লিমেন্টেড মেথড ছিল আর কি, এই যে ফাইন্ড এলিমেন্ট, রাইট?
No. Let us see. Dot find element. Okay. Let us see this good thing. Okay. Find element. Okay. Find element is a method within the web driver class, or I see that is in interface, and its return type is web element. Its return type is web element. It will return an web element, and it will take an argument of by type. You said the by is the argument of class type is by. By. So if you want to understand what is a by class, then select this class and go to its implementation. The declaration or implementation. This is the by. This is okay. This is another thing, an abstract class. Okay, and abstract class is another thing most similar with an interface, but there are something little bit different between an abstract class and an interface. Abstract class is also a barren class. It cannot create an object. Okay. Today I talked about an interface. In next class I will tell about an abstract class. Abstract class is same thing. It cannot create an object because in abstract class it does not have any constructor. We'll talk about that later. Okay, so let's go one by one. Otherwise, you will be confused. Okay. So by, when you say by, okay, and an interesting thing, okay, when you say by, you see inside by, all of the like linkage by ID, these are static method. These are static method. The static method is called by its class. Okay, for instance, what I'm going to tell you. For instance, the driver is an object and find element is a method, but find element is non-static method. A non-static method is called by object name, but a static method, but static variable is called by the class name. Static means that it is common for whole class. I told a story about static. Static thing is a global thing that is well known, global. For instance, if we say
so it doesn't change, and
yeah,
it is everywhere same.
It is well known. For instance, if we say Dr. Yunus of Bangladesh, right?
Yeah.
Maybe there are hundreds Dr. Yunus in Bangladesh, right? Okay. But if we say maybe there are hundreds Yunus in Dr. But if we say Dr. Yunus, then maybe nationally or internationally he is a well-known figure, right?
Okay. Yeah.
We understand Dr. So we understand by means is. So we say Bangladesh Air Dr. Yunus, then there will be a unique person, right?
Right.
If we say Barack Obama, USA Air Barack Obama, right? Then you think everybody knows that maybe Barack Obama, there worldwide, maybe there are hundreds or thousands Barack Obama, right?
Okay.
But if we say US Air Barack Obama, then we definitely will find a unique person that is well known nationwide or internationally, right? Worldwide. So a static class or a static method is a similar thing. So in automation, in writing automation code, you will see a lot of times we are using static variable and static method. Okay, so the by link test. So link test is an easier thing. So let us go here where we see link test privacy. How do we see link test? Let us go. You see, whenever you hear, always click Shift Control N. Shift Control N will bring a private window. The private window does not have any legacy or link with other window. But instead of clicking Alt Shift N, if I would click just Control N, then it would create a new window, but that has legacy something. For instance, other cookies with it. Okay, but sometimes for automation testing, we will use incognito window, it is called also incognito, a private window, just by clicking Control Shift N. Okay, Control Shift N, but if you do not press Control Shift N, if you press only N, it will happen that it will bring a new Control N, new. For instance, I have just pressed new, Control N. Then if I write Google, gmail.com, it will automatically my Gmail. Do you see that I have link over here? One second. Again, let me do it again. I am pressing Control plus N. So then it is bringing a new window, and this new window has like Gmail, and it has my profile associated, right? Rakib bhai, you see?
এটা হলো Control N শুধু, right?
Yes, Control N. But if I click Shift Control N, then it will bring a new incognito. You say you have gone incognito.
Okay.
Incognito will browse privately. Okay, it will not bring cookies and other thing, right? It does not have my name or my profile, right?
Okay.
So then if I write here gmail.com, it will not go to my Gmail.
Okay.
It does not have cookies, so it is not finding my Gmail. Okay, but here if I say just Control N, and then if I write Gmail and then press enter, then it will automatically will open my Gmail. Understand this? Okay. So now let us, it will automatically understand my Gmail. I don't need this. So let me go where we are. So we are in here. We want to open this in incognito mode. Google. Shift Control N. Then we want to go google.com. You see here. You see, we have a privacy tab on the back. See privacy tab?
Yes.
Okay, so let us trace this one. Do right click, do on the right click, and insert. Okay, so you see here where I inspected here. You see privacy. You see the privacy word over here. Okay, but this is with an anchor tab. A.
It's a link.
Anchor. A is a hyperlink.
Okay.
So this is wherever you see hyperlink, wherever you see a hyperlink, you see hyperlink, that means a anchor tab. Anchor tag means hyperlink. So this is the name. Just you see let me copy these things. Right button and select this copy outer HTML. To this copy outer HTML, and where is my Notepad++? Okay, so it is You see A, anchor tab. So this is the first one, okay, the startup, and this is the end of the tag, and this is the privacy, okay. So this is called the link test. This link test is shown here on. If I open another one, here privacy, no? And if we are like, for instance, if we wanted to search for terms, then do right click. Oh, sorry. No, inspect. We need to inspect terms. Inspect terms. Then you will see. You see the terms of these has terms. Okay. So this is the link test. Okay. This is the link test. So there is a way to find a. Then this link test, we are giving privacy. Then when you are giving privacy and then dot click, then it will find out where the privacy link is available. So then it will see where the privacy link is available. Then it will click on the link. But whenever you will see that there is a hyperlink, most probably that there will not be the same hyperlink twice. There will not be same hyperlink twice. So this is why there is a way that you can close this one. You see that we can use hyperlink. So Google search maybe, and this one, it is not, maybe it's not. Let us inspect this Google search. So this is not a hyperlink. You see, is this started with an A?
No.
No. So this is not a hyperlink. Okay. So you cannot do with this one. So wherever you see hyperlink, so then hyperlink, to understand which one is hyperlink, easy. If you hover over your mouse, then it will show your hand. Like you see this hyperlink, it says your okay, hyperlink symbol.
Right.
Hyperlink, but is it showing that kind of symbol? No, right? So this is not a hyperlink. Is this hyperlink?
No.
No, it is something else. Okay, we will understand what is that. So is it a hyperlink?
Yes.
Is it a hyperlink?
Yes.
Yes. Another thing that when you hover over your mouse on a link, it will show an underline. You see the underline? Business.
Okay.
Is coming. The two ways. You can see the hand. You can see quickly people recognize by hand, so fingers, and then here privacy, and then terms, and then settings. Okay. So actually, it is more likely that whenever you will see hyperlink also will be unique. These hyperlinks also will be unique. You see, these are also unique. Is this hyperlink?
Yes.
Is this a hyperlink? This is a hyperlink.
Yeah.
Okay. So there are two. Okay. So we got hyperlinks, right? We see the hyperlinks. We understand this is a hyperlink. This is a hyperlink. This is a hyperlink. Also, it is not showing an underline over here. Sometimes it will show underline, but this is the convenient way to see hyperlink. Understand hyperlink? Okay. So if you get a hyperlink test, then for instance for this one, about software in our service, or modifying and terminating our service. For instance, do right click and do an inspection. Okay, let us copy this. Select this one, click on copy, and then copy outer HTML and put it on. Okay, so this is the link test, right? You see the link test? This is link. You understand link test? So link tests are are usually put after the first after the starting of the anchor and between the ending of the anchor. This is the end of the anchor tag, and this is the start of the anchor tag. So within this, we will see modified, and this is the entire link test. And sometimes there is a way you don't need to type in the entire link test. You can write in partial. You can select partial link test. Like for instance, modifying and termination routine. So if you select this one, then if you want to use this one, then you will see partial. There is a partial link test. How's that under privacy or terms? So let us select on terms. Terms. Then let us see what happens. Let us see. Okay. Is it clicking on all that?
Excuse me, a little noise comes always coming. Is it possible to minimize?
Yes, I'm not sure where it's coming from, but let us. It's not. Is it coming
Maybe
from
we can mute ourselves. That is fine.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe something happened. I have to okay. Okay, got it. There is a problem over here. Okay, the problem is coming from Firefox driver. So there is Control Shift. Okay. I don't need Firefox driver. I don't need Firefox driver for now, so let me Control Shift O. Let us Okay. So you should click on terms. TRMS. I have given maybe 12-second wait over here. Then it's going to terms, right? Okay. In a Google Terms and Services page. But maybe I wanted to go to close it. We can close this way. But only go to policies. Okay, I need to go to policy. So policy privacy maybe. Okay, I need to go to privacy. So let us go to privacy. So that's privacy. Privacy. Okay, you can click on the privacy, right? Okay, it has 12 seconds. So I want to count for that. Let me give 12 seconds here. So it waits 3 seconds. Okay, let us see that now this time. This is going to privacy, right? Okay. Okay, so this is how it works. So now, if we want to click again on the privacy page, for instance, when you go here in Google, right? Click on privacy. So on the privacy, I was expecting to see this time. If we click on keeping your information secure, this is a hyperlink, right? You can copy this and then copy outer HTML, put it here, keeping your information secure. So we can do, like for instance, we can say on this page, again driver dot find element by dot, you see we have for by we have partial link test. Then this time we will give partial link test. So instead of giving the full text link test, for instance here, keeping your information secure, then it's not done yet. We have to put dot click. Okay. Then we can give keeping your information. For instance, this part. This is called partial link test. We don't need to give the entire link here over here. So if you want to give partial test of the link test, then we can do that also. So this is why we have two methods. Sometimes we have used, most of the time we will use link test, or we can use partial. So let us come here and see. We go there. Maybe 5 seconds here. So when you start,
yes.
yeah, I will go to a break. I did not eat something.
Okay.
Yes, okay. So do we? I think we should give a break and then we should.
Yeah. Give 15 minutes break.
Okay, already on that page. You see on that page? Already over here. So we can try it again. We can run it again. I can run it again and I can show you. Let us see. Yeah. So let us open this one and then. Okay, so now we have learned three things: link by ID, by link test, by partial link test. Okay. So after my break, we will discuss about expert. Expert is the very important thing. Especially, we need to know. You see that it's clicked over here. We need to know how to determine expert. And there is actually a mathematical formula. Mathematical type formula. If you understand the formula, it will be easy for you to understand the link, how to find expert. Okay, let us see how many. Okay, you see now test passed. Done. Okay. How many are there? Too many people are today. Belayat Nayon, Faisal, 3, Ismail, 4, Kamal, 5, MD Islam, 6, 7,
Islam বোধহয় পলাশ
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Mashallah, we have 50 people today. Okay, we can. Okay, I will pause my recording right now. Then. No, not for sharing. Did I start recording today?
Yes, I saw that.
I don't see why is where's the recording button? It's a new interface. Confusing. What is the recording option?
ওটাই স্মল করার পরে কানেক্টেড এর পাশে হ্যাঁ দেখা একটা ই আছে
Wait a minute. কোথায়?
It's right there, to your right.
Am I right?
To your right. You see the connected?
It's connected.
No, maybe this is a
Next to the minimize.
Next to the minimize?
yes.
At the top, all the way on the top.
Top right.
No, on the top, more right.
More right, I don't see on the
Top, more on the top.
Let me see if I can open. I'm wondering if it's open. It is.
Is like top viewing ICTER screen like under this.
কোথায়?
Viewing ICTR Guru screen. এটার নিচে কথা।
এখানে?
না সেটা অনেক উপরে ডানে ওইটা সবার বড় স্ক্রিনটা ই কর মিনিমাইজ কর
কিন্তু মিনিমাইজ হচ্ছে না
Upper right corner, there is a small red button. Upper right corner.
Let me minimize. On the upper right corner, it's all the way to the upper right corner.
I think you have to go to the web.
স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করলে আর আপার রাইট কর্নার থাকতেছে না স্ক্রিন শেয়ার করলে ওই যে আপনার
Okay, just stop sharing. Okay.
এখন শেয়ার করি
Oh, yes, it was recording. It said now it says stop recording. Okay. Okay, okay. So maybe I can stop and restart recording again? Or you will continue?
I think everybody going to go for break.